Hey everybody, welcome back. We just got done covering the vendor screen and how the differences between the employee and the vendor. We're going to now dive into activity codes. Now, some people might consider these task codes, some people might consider these time codes, whatever. It's the code that you are putting in when you're entering your time to automatically help facilitate entering in a description for the time as well as tracking your time based upon that particular code for further analysis in the future. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start diving in, and maybe we can get into some of the differences between different industries. So under the view drop down, we're going to go to the activity codes, number 4. Or again, if you chose lawyer, it might say task code, time code. It could be a multitude of different things depending on the terminology. That's why I definitely reference that number 4. Now, in this screen, you can see there's 4 codes. If you followed our how to create a database video, there's 4 codes that will only be in this screen if you excluded all those. Now, this is very good, especially if you're going to be integrating over from QuickBooks, that you have a very blank schedule in this screen. And I highly recommend, as always in every video, I'm going to try to reiterate this, do not enter any codes yet if you have not done the QuickBooks integration and you plan on doing the QuickBooks integration. Make sure you go through that process first, then come back to this screen and review the codes that came over from QuickBooks and enter in any new codes that you so choose. Now, if you're very familiar with QuickBooks, you might consider these codes as a service item. That's basically what they are in QuickBooks. If you opened up QuickBooks, you went to the top and went to list and then went to item list, and you look through these items, and every single item that's typed as service would become over as an activity code or task code, again, anything you want to call it, into this screen. Now, if you have a type of other charge or maybe even inventory in QuickBooks in your item list, those will come over as expense codes, not actually activity codes. So again, they're 2 different things. One is more listed towards an expense value, while one is more listed towards time. So in this screen, we have 3 different fields we're going to concentrate on. As you can see, the screen is completely different than the other screens you've been used to already. So let's get a look at the layout first. We got our column headers at the top. Looks very similar to an Excel spreadsheet. We have columns and we have rows. Simple as that. And you can see in this screen that there's no save button. Now this is very important because this type of screen is also prevalent in time entry and a couple other places. Please note that this is what they call an on-demand saving, meaning that when you leave the focus of the row, as long as all data is entered in correspondingly, it needs to be entered, it will save automatically for you. So for example, if I come in here and type something in here, I don't know, Jen and test code, and I just tab all the way through. I'm just moving forward by using the tab key, by the way. And I just tab all the way through to the next line. You're going to notice that it goes out and saves for me. Now, if I